This is Case Study 104 in the medical vertical, specifically medical research. We're going to show you a really interesting study today that concerns how a clinical trial campaign that was quite frankly barely breathing when we got involved was resurrected by the simple use of real-time in-market targeting data. Let's cover some background to set the scene. The client we're talking about today manages clinical trials for the medical industry. Specifically, their role is patient recruitment, which is one of the tougher aspects of the clinical trial process, as you'll see in a minute. In terms of the landscape of this industry, the cost of a clinical trial can be enormous. A single trial might cost millions, anywhere from a few to many. In fact, the single biggest expense involved in a trial is usually patient recruitment. It's so complicated and so costly that many trials fail at this early stage. They run out of money just trying to recruit patients for the trial. So that's obviously part of the challenge. As our partner agency wrote to us, we began running ads for patients to enroll in a clinical trial for a skin abnormality in January of 2018. Facebook's advertising policy made it a challenge to target our specific market. After 3 months of advertising, it was clear that it was going to be very challenging to meet the enrollment goals of the client. If we missed the enrollment goal, the company would have incurred a significant financial impact. So, gauntlet thrown down. Our role was going to be to dive into the data and create a custom targeting audience of prospects who clearly demonstrated that they suffered from the condition that was the subject of the test. That's number one. And that would be open to being recruited as a subject for the trial. Number two. The plan on the agency's part was simple. Once we had created and supplied the audience, they were going to hope against hope and launch a new Facebook campaign using our data and lookalike audiences created from that data. So that effort began in May of 2018, and they had 4 months to meet the recruitment goal. Remember, this was a campaign that really had no hope of success before. But the client wrote to us a bit later with the following. Within 4 weeks of receiving the in-market data and running ads on Facebook, we were able to complete the enrollment for the clinical trial 3 months ahead of schedule and under budget. As for numbers, they were able to recruit 275 patients across 20 locations in just 4 weeks, when they had expected to be pulling their hair out for 4 months. So clearly, a successful campaign was created where there was none before. But there are some other takeaways here. First, the agency now has a new only factor that they can use to sign new clients. Remember, this was a campaign that was near death before, and they came in and saved it. And not only saved it and made it work, but did it in less time and for less money than the client thought possible. So they're taking this success and running with it. It's created a brand new profit center, an area of expertise for the agency. And they used what they learned here to already put 2 new clients into their pipeline. And of course, because this is in-market targeting, where their targeting data is permanent, portable, and owned and controlled by them, the plan is to expand their recruitment efforts to multiple channels, so they can take what's already working and make it even better.